Hello guys, welcome back. So here we have another question on network theory from GATE 2018. So a DC voltage source is connected to a series LC circuit by turning on the switch S at time t equal to 0 as shown in the figure. So here they are given an LC circuit and a 5 volt voltage source is connected at time t equal to 0. Assume I of 0 equal to 0 and V of 0 equal to 0. So the initial conditions are 0. Which one of the following circular loci represents the plot I of t versus V of t? So if you have the expression for I of t and V of t, and if you try to represent it in a circular form, you will get one among these four and we have to choose which one is the correct option. So for that, we need to first find out what this I of t and V of t equations are. So let us take this circuit. So now what do we have? So let us write down the equation for the inductor and the capacitor. So for inductor, what we have? VL is equal to L di by dt. So here IL and I is same. So I'm writing it as I. And what is VL here? It is phi minus V of t. So this is phi minus V is equal to L di by dt. And can we write down the same for the capacitor? So for the capacitor, IC is equal to C dV by dt. This is VC. VC is same as V. And I is same as IC is same as I. So I is equal to C dV by dt. So let me consider this as equation 1 and equation 2. And from equation 1, what do we have? Phi minus V equal to L di by dt. And my V is nothing but phi minus L di by dt. So now if I put this in equation 2, what will I get? I'll get I is equal to C into derivative of this. So which is nothing but minus L d square I by dt square. So phi is a constant, so that will become 0. So my I is equal to minus LC d square I by dt square. So L and C values are 100 and 1 femto. So this value is 1. So if I rewrite it, I'll get d square I by dt square plus I is equal to 0. So now we need to solve this differential equation. So this is a second order differential equation. So I can assume my I to be some e power alpha t and I'll substitute it here. What I'll get? So twice the derivative of this will give me alpha square e power alpha t plus I of t is e power alpha t equal to 0. So this is nothing but alpha square plus 1 e power alpha t equal to 0. E power alpha t cannot be 0, so this term should be 0. So alpha square plus 1 equal to 0, which means that my alpha square is equal to minus 1. So my alpha is equal to plus minus the imaginary j, right? So once I have this, I can write I as some a1 e power jt plus a2 e power minus jt. So this is my I of t. So can I also find my V of t? So if I consider this equation, equation 3, my V is equal to phi minus L di by dt. So V is equal to L is 1, phi minus di by dt of this. So which is nothing but a1j e power jt minus a2j e power j minus jt. Okay, this is my V of t. So now I have my initial conditions. So what are the initial condition? Firstly, I of 0 is equal to 0. So what does it give me? My a1 is equal to a1 plus a2 is equal to 0. So my a2 is equal to minus a1. So let me call this as some minus a. Okay, then my I of t will become a into e power jt minus e power minus jt. So this is nothing but if you multiply and divide by 2j, this is nothing but sine t, right? Sine of t. Similarly, what does my v of t become? So instead of substituting here, if I directly substitute here, it becomes phi minus 2ja cos t, right? So from 2 coefficient, we reduce it to 1. So to find this coefficient, what we have to do? We have to use the second initial condition. So which is v of 0 equal to 0. So v of 0 is nothing but phi minus 2ja cos 0 becomes 1 and this is equal to 0. So my a is nothing but phi by 2j. So substituting it, if I get I of t is phi sin t and my v of t is phi minus phi cos t. So now I need to bring it to the form such that it represents a circle, right? So if you see, I have to eliminate the sin t and cos t term. I have to eliminate the time variable and only get I in terms of v or vice versa. So what I'll do, I will make use of this identity. Sin square t plus cos square t equal to 1. So what is sin square t? It is I by phi. So I of t by 5 whole square plus, what is cos t from here? It is 1 minus v of t by 5 whole square equal to 0. So this I can write it as 5 minus v of t whole square by 5 square equal to 0. And this is I of t whole square divided by 5 square, and this is equal to 1, sorry. So 5 square I can take that side. So this side it becomes I square of t plus 5 minus v of t whole square equal to 25. So this I can rewrite it as v of t minus 5 whole square plus I square of t equal to 25. So this is like a circle equation, right? So this is like x minus a whole square plus y minus b whole square equal to r square. So this circle, how will it be? So the center will be at a comma b and the radius will be this r. So here what is a? A is 5. So again you need to make sure that your v of t is the x-axis. So if you go here, your v of t is x-axis and I of t is y-axis. So a is equal to 5, your b is 0 and your r is 5. So how will this look? Your center of the circle is at 5 comma 0 and your radius is 5. So it will be a circle touching your origin and having a radius of 5, right? So if we go back, here you can see there is only one circle, 5 comma 0. So option B is the right answer. So you needn't even draw the circle. Only by knowing the center of the circle you could have found the answer. Okay.